Yeah, I'm back. Still rising up out these ashes. It is June 20th, 2025. Another audio video. While I'm rolling. I just gotta get this. I gotta say this real quick though, cause it just dawned on me like, I'm trying to figure out why do people, is it me or what? I don't know. Why do people, ooh, they matching too tough. It seems as if, for me, that people that don't know me or kind of know me, or they try to find people that know me or think they know me, or find ways to hear what I got to say through certain comments, social media, platforms, etc., whatever. I don't know. It could be more than that I don't know. Because these people be clever. They act like they ain't paying attention to you. But you just never know who's paying attention. But what I kind of realize is a lot of these type of people, I mean, I was going to call them weirdos, but they're not necessarily weirdos either. But maybe some are, but not necessarily. But usually why do it seem like some of them tend to think that you're copying them or trying to be like them? Let me make this clear. I ain't trying to be like nobody but me. Every variation of me, that's who I am. That's who I am. That's who I be. And maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe, but it just seems like that. On some real, people be trying to copy me. And they do. A lot of them get away with it, because I don't be just on it like that. And I used to feel people being around me trying to take my energy, and I be tired, I be drained after they done left. I be, usually people that just got a lot of drama going on or negative things going on within themselves, and they want to dump it on me. I used to take that. I don't deal with that no more. But yeah, cats will try to copy your tats, your style, your look, everything. You know what I'm saying? What you say, how you say it. Man, this one cat told somebody, I told somebody something they didn't even want to listen, but I told them. I said, hold on, just hear and listen to what they got to say. And I seen the other dude that they was hanging out with, that I used to, click with, tell me about him telling him that. I'm like, he took my words word for word. I'm like, wow, he had the nerve to not want to listen, what I was telling him I had to tell him, I ain't forgot about that. What else? And let's just be real, there's nothing new under the sun. But I ain't never had like a role model or idol that said, this is who I want to be like. You know? Now, we all have people that we admired and we kind of, some of us resemble. Some of us might resemble these people in the world. Some of us might have the same likings and stuff like that, whatever, what have you. You know? But even when it's like that, because I know I ain't the only one, I still veer from that and continue to perfect my own sauce. And if I ever felt like I was getting too close to being like something or someone or something outside of myself, I cold turkey. I cold turkey the whole situation. You know? What does that mean? That means like we got to take a break from hanging out, chopping it up, and kicking it in some more, and everything else. Because you're trying to say what I'm saying. We're starting to finish it. It's just weird. Get back up off me. That's one reason why I don't, on a couple of my social media platforms, I don't have no, like, social media friends on there. I don't care about what nobody's saying. I don't care what nobody's doing. I don't care what nobody's thinking. I don't care as in, like, we're going to make sure that I don't care. I don't care when it comes to that. Because I'm too busy focused on myself, making myself better. A better version of my own self. You know? So, yeah. Watch out for them, what they call it, doppelgangers or whatever. Stunt doubles. Copycats. Mimics. Don't fret about it. Don't get angry about it. Because as an originators will always come up with something different, something new, a different way of seeing things and some old things anyway. There's always more where it comes from. And when it comes to stuff like that, I'm not a talker. I don't like to talk about it. I don't want to, it's like, I think as soon as it's talked about, then it's all of a sudden unoriginal. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the fly stuff we all say comes out, like, in a way sometimes you don't even know. I don't even know what I was going to say, and I said it, and it sounded good. It sounded clean. Some sound choppy or whatever, but I just like to keep it simple any way as possible. So, yeah, so I just parked. I'm going to just make that real quick, yeah. Everything's energy, you know what I'm saying? I'm part of, like, my self imposed isolation period that I had from 2019 from 2019-ish, and for the most part, up to like now, is because I'm outside interference, meddling with me while I'm building, recreating, eliminating, and adding on to myself, giving back to myself. I started being somewhat abstract, abnormal type, as far as like being in areas I don't usually be in, talking to different type of people that I usually don't talk with, stuff like that. Seeing another side of life, another side of people, different types of people, different types of crowd scenarios, So, when we grow up in certain environments, we all kind of pick up on the same stuff sooner or later, one way or another. Environment dictates action. But having, I've never was little homie, wasn't about to let nobody little homie me. I wasn't about to look up to nobody out here. People be wanting that so bad. Like, man. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is. But, like, for me, I never wanted people to do that. Look up to me or try to be like me, all that other stuff. Or, look, you about to be my little homie and all that. Nah. We're going to develop who you are already and just bring it out of you. You know what I'm saying? We're about self-realization and around here. You know what I'm saying? Be the best version of your own self. That's how things that's how things stay fresh in my book. I don't want no minions. I don't want everybody to be the same. I like people that have a mind of their own. Have common sense. We all could get stupid out here, but basically carry yourself in a certain manner where, in a way where it's just being aware of environment. That's very important, because things one could do in one area is things that a person or people cannot do at all in a different area. It will be forbidden. Some places against the law. One place it's not against the law. Another place it could be so strict where you can just literally do time. For example, if you don't carry yourself right or accordingly, or know how to handle yourself, in a civilized society, and not, then there's places in the world you probably should not just go to, because you're setting yourself up. If you can't control yourself, and have a certain etiquette about yourself, or and not and let's not let it be no front. It's like a part of you for real. But we're all raised different, though. But it's not too late to re-raise yourself accordingly, or according to the lifestyle you want to live, basically. You know what I'm saying? Or how you living. You know. So we'll add more to it because I don't want to be sitting here brainstorming. I got some things to do. I'll cut back with this one, but don't. That's part of self-love. Don't forget to love yourself first. To know yourself is to love yourself, and if you don't know yourself, spend time with yourself. Spend more time with yourself more than anybody else, and get yourself together. Get it together. That's what I do. All right, one love, peace.